Ekstrom and his guys over the bench. Loose puck in the offensive zone for Rasmus Ekstrom. Right circle, centers the puck, throw a shot, score! Wilkie across to Bennett. Back to the right, here's Wagner moving in. A shot, he scores!
You're coming off your best series this past weekend. What was going right in that series?
I just think we're starting to find our game. I think we're playing a bit more confident with the puck. And, you know, like I said, we're finding our game. We're starting to gel a little bit, and, you know, it kind of showed this past weekend.
You also scored a power play as well. What was clicking for you during that game?
I think we do video on what the opposing team does. So we figured they were playing a diamond, so we were kind of trying to find ways to exploit that. And we felt that low plays was going to do that, and ended up working out. And
then what things do you do inside of practice and even outside of practice to just keep the good play going?
Yeah, you just continue to work on your game. You know, whether that's things you're good at, you continue to work on those, or things that you need to improve on as well. So, you know, whether it's staying out late after practice, or, you know, doing face-offs with the coach or stuff like that.
You play alongside Ryan Wagner and Blake Bennett. How is it just playing alongside them?
It's good. Yeah, obviously two very intelligent, smart, skilled hockey players. So it's good to play with them, and you know, try to produce as much offense as we can, and limit the chances against.
And what about their play sticks out to you?
Well, I think for Wags, it's his tenacity, his speed, and his skill. Obviously, we've seen it all year long. You know, him shooting the puck and making plays, and then with Benny again, it's just raw skill with Benny. You know, obviously he's got a missile of a shot, so I try to just get into spots where I can give him the puck, and, you know, hopefully he can bear it.
This is your third year with the Rush, your second year being an alternate captain. What about you being a captain has elevated your leadership role?
Yeah, it's obviously an honor to wear a letter on any team you play for. You know, with that being said, we have a lot of leaders in our locker room, whether they're wearing a letter or not. In terms of elevating my play, I think I try to just you know, keep doing what I'm doing, lead by example on the ice, and yeah, just try to be as good of a teammate as I can.
You had a tryout with the Wranglers last January. What about that jump made it difficult for you to just transition to a different team in the middle of a season?
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good experience. I've been traded before in my career, so I kind of had an idea with how it felt in terms of coming into a new locker room and meeting new guys. But just like any team you go to, there's always a lot of guys on that team that are really welcoming and kind of make you feel at home and comfortable right when you come in, so it was nice.
And what did you learn from your time there that you brought back here?
Just little details of the game, I would say. You know, the little details in that league are really important. You know, obviously you don't have as much time and space with the puck, so you got to make quicker plays and stuff like that. So, you know, I would say that was probably the biggest thing.
How would you measure success for yourself? Is it goals in the game, or goals that you set for yourself for assists, or just team wins? What is it? How do you define success?
Obviously, putting up numbers is nice. It helps with confidence. But I think success is just playing a good simple game, and you know, trying to limit your mistakes, and obviously trying to produce as much as you can as well.
You had a great series against Idaho recently. What was your favorite part about that series?
Winning. Yeah, winning. Obviously, that Wednesday night was a big win for us. Obviously, we didn't want to let that two goal slide, so we got the win in overtime there. And then on Friday, you know, a big 6-2 win. Couldn't close it out on Saturday, but it is what it is.
Okay, we're going to get into some more relaxed and fun questions. If you had to choose a time to skate for practice, are you an early morning or late night?
Early morning.
How come?
I don't know. I like to get up, get to the rink, rather than sit around all day waiting to get to the rink. A lot of guys love to be at the rink, and it's nice to get it done in the morning. And
does that translate to games as well? Would you rather want a morning game or a night game?
That I would rather want a night game, just in terms of ritual and routine throughout the day. You know, obviously I'm a big nap guy, so it's nice to get my nap in before the game.
What would you say your pregame routine is like?
Well, I got quite a bit of stuff that I do. Basically, just morning skate in the morning, go home, eat pregame chicken and rice every day, before a game, and then take a nap, wake up, get myself situated, and head to the rink.
Is there any pregame music that you listen to or anything like that?
I'm not great with songs. I kind of just go off, names. I just kind of go off sound. So I kind of just toss the shuffle on my phone and go from there, yeah.
Who in the locker room do you think has the best goal celebration?
The best goal celebration, I'll probably have to go with Benny or Wags. Benny's got a few cool ones up his sleeve, and Wags definitely likes to get the crowd going too, so it's fun.
What do you do for recovery post-game? Do you take an ice bath, get in a hot tub, hot shower, take a nap?
Yeah, I was big on ice baths at the start of the year, and last year I've kind of faded away from it a little bit, but definitely ice baths, stretching and stuff like that.
Do you think the ice baths helped you recover?
Yeah, it helps with lactic acid buildup in your legs and stuff like that. So I also just like the sensation of the coldness on my legs, so it helps them recover, I think, for sure.
The question I like to ask the guys is, if they weren't playing hockey, what would be their job?
Police officer. That's something that I have always kind of seen myself doing. It's my plan after hockey. My dad's a retired police officer. I have an uncle that's a police officer, so it kind of runs in the family a lot. And it's something that I'm looking forward to.
And what role did your family play in your hockey career?
Huge role. Just like any other mom and dad, obviously driving us to the rink every day, waking up early on weekends. I can't say enough about what my parents have done for me in terms of my hockey career, so very thankful for them.
Who would you say on the team has the best jokes?
Parker Bowman, for sure. He cracks a lot of guys up consistently, so he's a pretty funny guy.
If you could choose another sport to play professionally, what sport would that be?
Probably golf, although I don't know if I'd ever make it to the pro ranks based on how my game is. I just think it's fun to get out on a nice day, enjoy the weather, have a couple buddies with you and try to shoot as best you can.
What is something about you that fans should know that they don't?
I'm an incredible diver when it comes to swimming. No splash. Yeah. So I like to think I'm a pretty good diver in swimming, yeah. I don't even know if many of the guys in the locker room know that, to be honest. But
wow. Well, do you ever go like deep sea diving, or just like you just talking traditional diving into a pool?
Yeah, diving board just into a pool. Yeah, it's pretty elite.
When did you realize you were good at diving?
A couple years ago, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
And what is one of like the weirdest superstitions you've ever seen or heard of?
I think old equipment is a big one for some guys. Some guys just refuse to get new gear when what they're using is hanging on by a thread. They just don't want to change what's working, I guess, which is great. So I've definitely seen quite a few pieces of gear that need to go.
Speaking of gear, who in the locker room has the best drip when it comes to gear, or who styles their gear the best?
On the ice?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I would say maybe Benny or Wags. They got pretty good style out there, I'd say.
Would you say it's the hair that helps?
Yeah, I think that definitely helps, the hair out of the helmet, yeah.
And then now off the ice, who has the best fashion?
I would say the Swedes that we've had this year have had really good fashion. Ekstrom looks good all the time. It kind of makes me mad sometimes. He looks too good, but he's definitely got good style. I'm
going to wrap it up with this question. You've been here 3 years. What about Rapid City do you like?
Everything. Obviously, to start off, the fan base is incredible. It doesn't matter if it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday night game. They always show up for us. And then our locker room for the past 3 years that I've been here has been really close and really tight. We all love each other. There's no outliers or cliques or anything like that. We all like to hang out, and I think that can translate good onto the ice too.